Hey guys, I'm back. I've got another video. This story is probably one of the craziest ones I'll ever tell on this channel, and that's because it's not mine. It comes from a close friend of mine who has lived a life that's very different from mine, and so they have a lot of really crazy stories like this one. Now, if you've read the title, you'll know that this involves a spoiled rich kid getting arrested, but the reason they got arrested is for something that I can't outright say on YouTube. So, for the purpose of this story, we're going to say that he was selling lettuce. But not just lettuce, he was also selling Coca-Cola. I know it's very cringe, but it's what I gotta do. But before we get into the meat of this story, let's start at the beginning. So this friend of mine, who requested to be called Luna, woke up this morning and decided that they did not want to go to school. And so instead they went out and took a walk, just kind of trying to find something to do. And so on this walk, she ended up going by a middle school where she spotted some kids who looked really sketchy. Two of these kids were wearing beanies and hoodies in incredibly hot weather. And they were trying to hide stuff in their pockets. It was really weird. And then the other kid was the titular rich kid. He was really pale and he had blonde hair. Kind of looked like the Prince from the hit sitcom The Prince. I'll put a picture up on screen right now. And for the sake of this story, we're gonna call the kid Reginald. So Luna walks up to Reginald and these two other kids. I'm gonna call them Carlos and Diego. So Luna asks these kids what they've got because they're being really shifty and it's making her really curious. And at first, these kids are not budging, but eventually Luna is kind of able to convince them that she isn't gonna snitch. And so these kids eventually empty their pockets, right? They show Luna what they have, and Carlos and Diego both have lettuce, some other small stuff, nothing huge. Well, I guess it is huge. It's a big deal for a middle schooler to have that kind of stuff. Obviously, that's weird, that's messed up, but compared to what Reginald has, that's no big deal. So rich white boy Reginald shows Luna what he has, and he pulls out a small bag of white powder, which Luna is pretty sure is Coca-Cola. Now, like I said, Luna has lived a pretty crazy life, to the point where she could tell what's Coca-Cola, what's Pepsi. Pepsi in this case is drywall or something. Anyways, my point is she can tell real shit from fake stuff, right? And so Reginald is offering to sell her this Coca-Cola that he probably swiped from his parents or something. Because like I said, he seems to be a really rich, affluent kid. I guess he would always dress really nicely and he just overall acted really snotty. For example, as they were talking, this kid literally asked Luna, "Why do you look like that?" Which, dick move, sure, but also super funny. Can you imagine this fat, blonde 12-year-old looking at you and just going, "Why do you look like that?" Well, actually, Reginald probably said it with an accent. He probably was all, "Why dost thou have thine appearance?" Anyways, Luna keeps talking with the kids, and she hears footsteps, and she sees coming behind Reginald a school security guard. And keep in mind, these kids still have all their stuff out. But by this point, it's too late, right? The security guard asks, "What have you got there?" Now, instead of politely answering the security guard's question, Carlos and Diego both bolt. They kind of leave Reginald behind, but he tries to follow after them. Carlos and Diego both clear a fence, no problem, but Reginald is not very athletic. He probably paid somebody to do his PE for him, okay? And so he gets up to the top of the chain link fence, but he falls. And when he falls, the bag of Coca-Cola gets caught on the spike bit of the fence, and it tears, and it gets all over him and all over the school security guard. So Reginald gets arrested, right? Because Coca-Cola is illegal. You're not supposed to have it. And unfortunately, Daddy's money was not enough to save Reginald from juvie. But funny enough, they were so wrapped up in catching Reginald that Luna just kind of slipped away. And so for the rest of the day, she just kind of went around doing whatever. Anyways, guys, that is pretty much where the story ends. Now, as you guys might have noticed, I was not using my femme voice in this video. That's because I've been working on vocal stuff and my voice is just really scratchy and stuff right now, and so I didn't want to go through and make things just worse for my voice than they already are. And so with that out of the way, I think it's time to end the video. I've got an outro that's gonna play now. It's a song thing that I did myself. I think it's super cool. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy it. And also let me know if you would like to hear more stories from Luna, because she has got a lot more. Anyways, that's all for now. Roll the outro. Peace.